Now let's talk about some houses. I have Nathan Walsh, General Manager of America's Home Place with me, and of course Todd Grasham. Who, now Todd, you do the sales, is that correct?
That's right.
Todd's head of sales, yep.
All right, well you guys, we've been talking about you every day. I thought it was Friday saying you guys were going to be here, but
we made it.
You know what, if you want to save some money on a house, a real stud by stud house, you guys have to come visit you guys. Where are you located?
We are off 565, exit 3, across from Greenbrier.
Easy to find.
Easy to find. We just got in our 2 model centers about 6 to 9 months ago, and so now we're really getting on all cylinders, getting out there, doing some marketing, and trying to get people to come in and walk through our models and see what kind of specials we have.
Are you telling me that you can actually have a built? Now these are stud-built homes. They're not prefabs. They're not modular homes. They're built on location. And for $40 a square foot?
Roughly. I mean, there's multiple
amazing.
Projects that, you know, and models that you can choose from. We've got houses that range from $70,000 up to $350,000. And we build on your lot. So we come out and analyze your lot, determine what kind of costs are going to be associated with getting that lot prepped to build on, and put it in your budget, close the deal, and build that home that you pretty much helped design.
You know, Todd, we were talking, and we've got an interview that we'll run at a later date to show folks some more. But when we were talking, when you sit down at that table and you pick out everything that you want from your location, you sign the dotted line, the price is what the price is.
That's exactly right. We try to make it a one-stop shop, so you can come into our model center. You can choose your paint colors. Of course, design your home first, then pick your paint colors out, your floor covering, everything right down to the toilet seat. Pick out right there in our model
Literally,
center.
I mean, you really can. And you guys have already gone through all the procedures where, you know, a lot of times you build a house and after it's built, you think, oh, I wanted that closet a little bit larger. And your model homes actually have some of those things corrected that people usually make mistakes on. So you can walk through the house and pick and choose what you want to keep.
Pick and choose. I mean, we are a custom builder. We do have a set of plans, you know, 60, 70 different plans to choose from. But you can modify those plans to your lifestyles, your financial or architectural needs. So,
I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
One thing we were talking when we were going through the showroom, and I like the fact that, you know, I'm not a person who can just visualize what it's going to look like before I can actually see it. I'm not talented that way, but you have the granite, you have the different products there. You can switch them out, the cabinets, and make sure someone can actually see it before they build it.
That's right. It's all visual. So you can come in and a lot of our displays are interactive, so you can design your kitchen cabinets and countertops and change them up to make sure it's exactly what you want before we get started with the project.
And then you can pick out if you don't want to add that crown molding because you're cutting back on the cost right now. That's something that you can always do later and keep, know what it's going to cost maybe at a later date. It's wonderful. You guys are really doing great.
It's a unique business model. It's been in the works for 37 years. We just got into Huntsville, like I said, about a year ago.
I think that's important. Your company has been in business 37 years.
Going on
so it's
38,
not just somebody, coming into town thinking we're just going to put up some houses and then leave.
That's it. No, we're here to stay. We strategically place our models where corporate thinks that it's going to be successful. And obviously Huntsville's a market that we know is going to be successful, and we're here to stay. We're looking forward to it.
What's the phone number there?
432-0400. That's 432-0400.
As you can, Nathan and Todd, you can hear them on some commercials, obviously here, but also you have some radio commercials, so you knew that. 432-0400. 0400, very easy. Also, we have some clips and also the interview. If you don't have time to catch it here, you can go to YouTube, just punch in America's Home Place, and you can find their video online. So, and actually see the model home in case you can't get down there, or you want to take a look of the home prior to going down there. You can do that too. One thing I did want to say also is the help with the kids. When you're shopping for a home and you only have a certain amount of time to do it, sometimes you have to bring your kids in too, and you've got a great place to put the children.
Yeah, we create a little showroom. As you know, I got a 4- and 3-year-old girls, so they help me pick out all the goodies in the kid corner there, so helps occupy the kids for about an hour before they start to get, needing some more attention than just the showroom there. But you can bring the kids in, gives us time. You can monitor the kids, sit down and work with us, but also watch your kid in the showroom as well too. It takes the pressure off. So
one thing we have not talked about is financing. What about financing?
Yeah, that's critical.
huge.
As we
Yeah,
know,
I
the
didn't wanna
banks
forget that.
are extremely tight right now, and of course, Obama coming out yesterday and slapping them around a bit again on the Hill has kind of put a little trickle effect through the system, and that's been the toughest part right now, is getting through that system. But it's out there. We work with about 4 or 5 great banks that help us get the financing through, and obviously you can bring your own financing as well, and we prefer cash.
Yeah, doesn't everyone?
Yeah, it just makes the process easier today with the banks being a little frozen up.
And a lot of times you'd get pre-qualified prior to going out and either looking for a home or trying to build a home. That way you know what your budget is. What are your hours, Todd?
We're open Monday through Saturday, Monday through Friday from 9 until 6, or later by an appointment, and Saturday from 10 until 4, or later by an appointment. And we're available on Sundays by appointment as well.
Well, nice. You make it convenient.
And keep in mind, too, we not only build in the Madison area, also Limestone County, all the way down to Winston County, about an 80-mile radius of the Huntsville area, so in the southern portions of Tennessee, too.
So if you're hearing us today or watching this, they can definitely build a home on your lot in your location, wherever you're located. Well, guys, thank you for getting up so early.
Our pleasure.
I know you're not
Yeah,
early
it's
birds,
great.
but
No, thank you for
it wasn't
having us.
bad.
This was my first live appearance, other than this little episode of Cops I was on. But
And they're humorous, too. You can have a good time as you're designing your home. All right, thank you guys for being with us. Oh,
Who
boy.
won that national championship?
Roll Tide, baby!
And who beat Florida?
yeah, whatever. But we are creating a
ground.
home called the T-Bow. So
Yeah.
That's funny. That's good.
And the Ingrams
T-Bow's
in the
a good
Need
guy.
flood insurance with that, though.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we get back, we